It's time to meet our next guest. Matt Decker is here from Indiana Wesleyan University. IWU is not only a wonderful university, but a great partner with Crosswinds Counseling to provide mental health services to Indianapolis. Matt, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Indiana Wesleyan has been in Indianapolis for more than 20 years now, but for those that don't know IWU very well, tell us about your university, kind of maybe on the whole, and here the presence in Indianapolis.
Sure. Indiana Wesleyan has been here in Indiana for over 100 years. And we're up in Marion, the main campus. But in the 90s, we saw a need to kind of branch out and move beyond just kind of a up north school and have regional campuses throughout the region, in fact, and we've slowly expanded through the years. Indianapolis was one of the first places that we expanded to, and so we have several sites here in Indianapolis and in the general area used for education centers. We have staffing services that we provide, and then of course we partner with community agencies to provide some space to do a variety of things, including Crosswinds with the counseling center. Yeah, so on the north side of Indy, we have a partnership where we share space. We have some of the space there on your campus. Why has been partnering with mental health services been so important from the IWU perspective? Well, it's part of our core as far as our mission is changing the world, and we seek to serve the communities in any way that we can. We provide a lot of educational programs around mental health services, social work, psychology, addictions counseling, and those kinds of things, and it's a natural fit to partner with agencies in the communities that are actually providing the services. It's really important to us, to me specifically, that we keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening in our communities. What can happen in academia is, we go off in our ivory tower somewhere and we do research and we teach, and we forget about what's happening in the real world. Right. So by partnering with agencies in the communities, we can keep kind of an eye on, and the flow of information can go both ways, what the practical side of things are and then what the academic side of things are. You say for you specifically because you're in behavioral sciences, and this is such a great need. I mean, I would imagine that you're seeing all kinds of students flock to the behavioral sciences because in the real world, there is such a need to provide those services. Absolutely, yes. And the pandemic has changed that significantly. Mental health needs have gone up significantly in the past couple of years. Our programs, social work, psychology, all the behavioral sciences are growing. Students, the communities, I think, sense the need, and then students are responding. Indiana, of course, is struggling with the opioid epidemic as well. We're partnering with people on those fronts too, trying to see what can we as an institution do in collaboration with partners for the community. Your students are all age ranges. You have traditional students in that 18 to 22, but you also have adults. Do you find more of the adult population is drawn to the behavioral sciences, or are 18, 19, 20-year-olds seeing the value of getting into this line of work? I think it's both. I think everyone who's, maybe not everyone, but a lot of the people who are driven or drawn to the behavioral sciences have some sort of desire to serve. And this is a great way to do that for them. A lot of people have either come into contact with mental health concerns themselves, or they have family members or friends, or just other experiences growing up or in their lives generally, where they see the need and they understand that this is the training that they need in order to serve those populations. Yeah. Matt, I think that a faith-based foundation is important no matter what your major is, no matter what you're studying, but perhaps in this arena, more than any other, having that root of being faith-based seems critical. Absolutely it is. And that's the great thing about Indiana Wesleyan is our programs provide the training and the evidence-based practice, all the latest research, while infusing that and fully combining it with a Christian theology. What's great about what we do is it's not you learn the secular practice and then you tack a Bible verse on top of it. It's really fully synthesizing those two ideas. And what's most exciting for me personally, because a lot of my own research is in this area, is how actually those two things go together very, very well. You don't have to pick and choose really. what we say is truth, and truth fits together really well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. Truth fits together very well with other truth.
Absolutely.
Here, let me throw a big question at you as we kind of wrap up our time together. The whole world has changed. All industries, all organizations are having to pivot and figure out what the new normal is coming out of the pandemic. What do you think the state of higher education is in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? It's a real simple question that you can probably answer in 30 seconds.
Right. I think people are looking for things that fit them and their lifestyle. I think especially for adult students, they're looking for, okay, how can I get the biggest bang for my buck? And what tactics and strategies can I use to really get me where I want to go? Traditionally, it was the 4-year college degree. That was the way everybody, this is your ticket to kind of economic upward mobility. Now we're thinking about micro-credentialing and other certificates and really specific skills trainings that people need to move up, to get that upward mobility that they're looking for. And the great thing about what we're doing is we're looking at, how can we offer those things in smaller bite-sized packages and still get some people college credit? So you're getting those credentials, you're getting those skills that you need as you move forward, but you're also getting some college credit while you're at that.
Makes sense. Matt, thank you so much, not only for being here tonight on Restoring Hope, but for the partnership that Crosswinds Counseling has with Indiana Wesleyan. I think it's already been fruitful, and we're excited to see what happens next and where it goes from here. So Matt, thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
Matt Decker from Indiana Wesleyan University. We'll be right back.